Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything, and welcome back to the channel and a match review as we look at how FC Barcelona slapped up 11th place Bilbao at Camp Nou to record their 5th consecutive league victory of 2021 and in La Liga. In what was the typical late night kickoff, La Blaugrana emerged 2-1 victors after a spirited performance owing largely to a great first half performance that was hugely dominated by Barcelona. The win now sees Barcelona climb higher up the table to second place, level on points with Real Madrid, but still a whopping 10 points behind Atletico Madrid, who, get this, still have a game in hand. Eesh. So in this video, I'll quickly look at how the teams lined up, then we'll talk about Barcelona's performance in the night, and we'll discuss negatives and positives from the game, as well as pick the man of the match. Quick reminder to hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video so you can stay up to date with all the coverage of all things Barcelona on this channel. So let's go ahead and look at how the two teams set up. Bilbao set up as we were expecting with a 4-4-2 formation with the following players: in goal Unai Simon and a defense of Ander Kappa, Yere Alvarez, Inigo Martinez, Yuri Berchichi, and in midfield Oscar De Marcos, Unai Vencedor, Dani Garcia, Aika Munyain, and up front Iñaki Williams and Raul Garcia. Barcelona on the other hand set up in a 4-2-3-1 with Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goals, Samuel Umtiti, Oscar Mingueza, Jordi Alba and Ronald Araujo in defense, with a midfield of Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, Miralem Pjanic, and the front three of Ousmane Dembele, Antoine Griezmann and Lionel Messi. Let's now briefly look at how FC Barcelona performed in this game. The first half display by Barca was everything that any Culé could have hoped for. In the last encounter between the two teams, that being the Super Copa Final, Bilbao seemed to have gotten the hang of how to deal with Barca's 4-3-3 system, and they set up brilliantly to stifle it. So in this match, Ronald Koeman decided to return to his staple 4-2-3-1, and it seemed to work the treat, as Bilbao players seemed unsure as to how exactly to deal with the Barcelona players, and subsequently they spent the first half chasing shadows as Barca really looked to be playing with high intensity, and they actually matched Bilbao for physicality there. Bilbao, however, did put up a formidable low block that provided quite the challenge for Barcelona to break down, but in the 20th minute Barcelona were able to break the deadlock. It's no secret that Bilbao have been fouling the life out of these matches they have played against Barca, and rather fittingly it was from a stupid foul on Messi by the thug called Vencedor that La Puga uttered a free kick into Unai Simon's top left corner, with Munyain lying on the ground watching the ball fly in. I just felt like, it just felt right. Bilbao tried to react by going on the offensive, but with them barely having their bearings about them, Barca was able to keep them at bay, and they eventually slowed things down to keep Bilbao off the score sheet. Barca continued to press and attack after the goal, and although they didn't have a clear opportunity for a second, they were always a threat. 1-0 the halftime score. Second half kicked off and saw a bit of a reshuffle from Bilbao, who realized that they had to go full force into attack, and they opted to do this by double teaming Oscar Mingueza. Bilbao, I must mention, are probably the La Liga team with the most dynamic duo of fullbacks in Berchichi and Kappa, so the move to use Berchichi and Munyain to expose Mingueza was a rather shrewd one by Marcelino, and it paid dividends after just 6 minutes into the second half, as Berchichi and Munyain combined to free Raul Garcia, whose first time ball into Barca's box almost reached Oscar De Marcos, but was instead turned into his own goal by Jordi Alba. For a brief moment, Barca looked shaken and in danger of being overrun by Athletic. La Blaugrana though soon recovered and were able to reassert themselves, as Koeman countered Marcelino's restructuring by asking Dembele and Griezmann to switch wings during defensive transitions. Doing this helped Barcelona eliminate the threat of Bilbao double teaming Mingueza, and it helped them to re-establish a foothold in the game. Barca then patiently started playing through Bilbao's defense, and they nearly found a second goal when Griezmann picked out Pjanic with a cross, but the Bosnian was spectacularly denied by Unai Simon. Barcelona though didn't have to wait long for their second goal to come, as a move that was instigated by Antoine Griezmann and Dembele resulted in the latter playing a well-measured ball to the overlapping Mingueza, who was then able to play a square pass to Antoine Griezmann, who comfortably tucked in from 6 yards out. Now I kid you not when I say that this was a type of chance that Griezmann would have missed a couple months ago. But anyway, that was his 11th goal against Bilbao, and the Basque then spent the remaining 15 minutes desperately searching for a late equalizer but couldn't come up with any real danger, and Barcelona managed to hang on and get all 3 points when the final whistle came. This was a tough and intense match as expected, and Athletic kicked and flopped around all over the place as usual, but the Catalans were able to hang on. Final score 2-1. Well then, let us now get into my negatives and positives from this match, and I will have to really start out by saying I don't have any negatives. Like, sure, there was an own goal by Jordi Alba, but I can't really fault the guy. I mean, on any other day that would have probably been a brilliant last-ditch tackle, and he was at least trying to do his job, so you know, it was an unfortunate thing. And I will, in that regard, move on to my positives. First and foremost, brilliant showings from the centre-back pairing of Ronald Araujo and Samuel Umtiti. Just like we saw in the previous match that the two played together, they were able to shut down the opponent's strikers with both pace and physicality. I've never seen Iñaki Williams have such a quiet game against Barcelona, same for Raul Garcia, and that owed heavily to Samuel Umtiti and Ronald Araujo. And I should probably also add in a footnote here that Ronald Araujo almost scored a golazo of his own when he had this moment in the first half where he dropped his shoulder and ghosted past Inigo Martinez, then just fired a shot just barely wide of Unai Simon's right hand post. My second positive was the continuation of the brilliant form and understanding between Antoine Griezmann and Lionel Messi. January was a great month for these two maestros in particular, as they finally seemed to figure out the way that they can both coexist and thrive in Barcelona's attack. I called them out alongside Dembele and De Jong as players to watch coming into this game, and I am glad to say that they delivered, and hopefully we shall see more of this in the coming month of February. With all that out of the way, let's now talk about the man of the match. Today, my man of the match, I feel, was none other than Lionel Messi. He looked every bit like his more youthful self tonight, pressing high, dribbling, creating, and of course, scoring his 650th goal for Barcelona with a gem of a free kick. Honorable mention to Antoine Griezmann for his wonderful display, but this time around, it's his captain Lionel Messi for the Blaugrana Everything man of the match. Well, that does it for my match review. Ladies and gentlemen, what were your thoughts on the match? Who was your man of the match? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and Forza Barca.